Okay, so welcome back, and now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about eliminating the parameter when we're dealing with trigonometric equations, okay? So, what do we have? Well, the first thing we're going to do is when we're dealing with trigonometric equations is we're going to be dealing with these conversions. So remember, x of t is going, oh, hold on a second. Did I put, oh, yeah, hold on. This should be t, not theta. Sorry about that. Function of t. Okay, so what we're going to use is we're going to use these parametric equations. Let's say if we're given a parametric equation involving sine and cosine, how do we deal with this? Well, we're going to use the Pythagorean identity to help us out with this, because what we can do is we can solve each of these in terms of their trigonometric function. So we could say that cosine t is equal to what? X over a. And then sine t is equal to y over a. And then we can put the Pythagorean identity together because we know that cosine squared t plus sine squared t equals 1. And then we make our substitutions, which tells us that, hey, this is going to be x minus a squared plus y minus b. Oh, hold on a second. That should be b. So it would be x over a squared plus y over b squared is equal to 1. And so this is what we're going to use to help us eliminate the parameter when we're dealing with trigonometric functions or trigonometric equations. Okay, so now let's do an example. It says eliminate the parameter from the given pair of trigonometric equations where t is 0 to 2 pi, and then sketch a graph. Okay, well, let's do that. So what we're going to do is so we have this, 4 cosine t, x of t is 4 cosine t, and y of t is 3 sine t. Okay, there's our two trigonometric equations. Okay, and this is from 0 to 2 pi. So again, this is for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 2 pi. Okay? And so we're going to solve this and then sketch the graph. So let's have our graph right here. Okay, let's just want to make sure. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to use, again, we could solve it and use the Pythagorean theorem to derive the equation, which is completely fine, or you could just memorize it and know that it's going to be of this form. So it's going to be, again, it's going to be x over a squared plus y over b squared equals 1. So that is what we're going to use. Okay? And again, if you don't remember this, just solve for cosine t and sine t and then use the Pythagorean identity and derive it. Doesn't take that long with practice, okay? And as you derive it over and over again, you're going to eventually memorize the formula anyway. So now this is what we're going to do. So that means that what's A? A is 4. B is 3. So all we have to do is plug in A and B and we're done, right? So what do we get? this is going to be, so this is going to be x over 4 quantity squared plus y over 3 quantity squared is equal to 1. Okay? Okay? And so this gives us x squared over 16 plus y squared over 9, which is equal to 1. And you should recognize this as an ellipse, right? So this is an ellipse with a major axis in the x direction that is 4 units, right? And this is in the y direction, it's 3, and it's also centered at the origin, okay? So how do we do this? Well, we plot out the major and minor axes. So along the y-axis, it's going to be 3 up and 3 down. So it's going to be 3 up, so we're going to have a point here. We're going to have a point here, and then over here at 4, we're going to have a point, and then over here, we're going to have a point. And so our ellipse is going to do something like this. Oops. Like that. Okay? And that is our sketch. Now, notice, again, if we wanted to put the directional fields, notice from 0 to 2 pi. So from 0 to 2 pi, at 0, okay, so let's just look at 0. At 0, it's going to be 4 comma 0. That's going to be right here. Okay? And then what? At pi over 2, what is it going to be? At pi over 2, this is 0. And pi over 2, this is going to be at 1. So that's going to be at 0 comma 3, which is going to be right here. So we know that as t goes from 0 to 2 pi, the directional arrows are going like this. Okay? And that's it. Have a great day.